People come into mediation because they have conflicts and that they can't solve themselves. And more often than not, the conflicts are about miscommunication. So a central skill of a mediator is to support the people so they can have a conversation where there is, and deal with their miscommunications. So people in conflict usually don't hear what the other person's saying. They shut off. They've heard it all before. They don't listen to each other. The presence of a mediator helps conflicting parties have a conversation about what happened in a way they never could have alone. And by helping the parties communicate effectively and helping with the miscommunications, the mediator allows the parties the opportunity to get their own capacity, their own strength back, their own communication skills back, so they could resolve the conflict in a way they want to. Now, the big question is, what's the magic that mediators do to help parties with their miscommunication? There are different supportive interventions, active listening skills that mediators use. They use nonverbal skills, reflecting, reframing, summarizing, silence, checking in, and open-ended questions. But for most parties, what is the most empowering, powerful part of mediation is the fact that the mediator is sitting there, hearing them, empathizing with them, and helping the other party hear what they're trying to communicate. One way that the mediator does that is through just nonverbal, non-directive, supportive intervention. Looking somebody in the eye, nodding your head, showing you're interested in what they're saying is a very powerful tool for somebody in conflict. Another very powerful mediation technique, intervention, support, is called reflection. Reflection is just as the name implies. The mediator holds up a mirror or reflects, repeats the precise words and rhythm and feelings of what the party has said. So if a party in mediation comes and says, "I'm here, but I really don't believe you are committed to trying to work this out," chances are the person who said it may not realize what they're saying, because when you're in conflict, you're just so involved in your own head. And chances are the other person has just stopped listening. So what an effective mediator would do would reflect that statement and would say, so what you're saying is you're doubtful that this is going to even work because you know that the other person is here, but you're not sure they're going to want to work it out. Repeating the words, the feeling, and the rhythm helps the speaking party feel heard, stronger, and have greater capacity to solve the problem. It also is a very safe way for the listening party to hear safely through the neutral voice of the mediator, the intensity of the other party's feelings. So reflect is a very powerful intervention for both the speaking party and the listening party. There are some mediators who just reflect throughout the mediation, and then the parties themselves, through the reflections, get in touch with their capacity to solve the problem themselves. Again, it is non-directive, non-judgmental, and that's what mediators do.